Stop forcing things. One of the main issues I see with people nowadays is that people force things to come to pass. People try to force things that's often not ordained for them. So we're going to talk about this today. You see, oftentimes in life, people don't get the message that when something is not ordained by God, it will not come to pass no matter how much you try to force it. When something is not ordained for you, when you're not destined for something, it doesn't matter how hard you try, it is not going to come to pass. I'll give you an example. There's so many men that try to force women to like them. You got so many men online, they be trying to buy expensive cars. They be trying to put on these expensive clothes just to try and get some woman to like them. Many of them probably got women in their job, on their school who they trying to impress. And they doing all this stuff. They spending money. They flashing money in these women's faces, trying to impress them. Yeah, and a lot of these men don't understand that. Number one, you don't have to do all that to get a woman to like you. If a woman naturally like you, she gonna like you regardless if you flashing money or not. She gonna like you for you. She gonna like you for your personality. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to stunt and buy all these materialistic stuff to impress that woman. Because a real woman gonna like you based on who you are as a person, based on your character. Same thing with these women nowadays. You got women nowadays to where they're putting on these fake butts, these BBLs. They putting on these expensive hair, this expensive jewelry, trying to impress men. Number one, you ain't gotta do all that because a man gonna like you naturally. He gonna like you not naturally. You ain't gotta put on no fake butt. If you gotta put on a fake butt to try and get a man to like you, that means that those men are not ordained for you. Because a real person that God got for you gonna like you naturally. They gonna like you naturally how you're naturally built. You ain't gotta be something that you're not. And I see so many people nowadays, they doing all this stuff. People nowadays, they trying to be something that they're not, to try and impress somebody, to try and be a part of a group. Why you even doing all that? What God got for you is for you. When God got real busting for you, you ain't gotta change. You ain't gotta change how you were naturally. You ain't gotta change your facial features. You ain't gotta put on all these expensive clothes and all these materialistic stuff that have no meaning. A real person gonna like you naturally. They're gonna like your personality. They're gonna like everything about you. You know, the only thing that you should be changing is bad habits. Like if you like to spend too much, if you got like a filthy mouth, if you like to curse a lot, if you're the type of person, you got a bad mindset, those are things that you need to work on. But buying these expensive clothes and these expensive cars and all these materialistic stuff just to impress somebody is worthless. It has no meaningful use. So many people nowadays be trying to force things to come to pass. I see so many stories of people who get rejected. You got men who get rejected by a woman. A woman talk about a woman says that she don't like them. She don't like that man. She's not interested. Men will try and push it further. They will try and do stuff like they'll pull out money. They'll say, please just give me one chance. Oh, please, I could do this. I could do that. Oh, the guy he can't do this, do that. Listen, man, you ain't gotta do all that. When a woman naturally like you, you ain't gotta impress her. If she reject you, man, that means that most likely she not for you. So why you gonna try and force her to like you? If you gotta force someone to like you, that's not good. If you gotta force someone to like you, that means that person don't naturally like you. If you gotta pay for someone, if you gotta flash money for a person to like you, that means that person only like what you got. They don't like who you are as a person. And you got some people nowadays, they get rejected and they try to force that person to try and like them, even despite that person rejecting them. Nah, man, that person rejected you. You want you want something that's strictly for you. You want a person to where when they see you, they're gonna say, yes, I like you. When they see you, they're gonna like everything about you. They're not gonna reject you. They're not gonna say, you don't have to stunt on them. They're trying to impress a person who naturally like you. And that's why something that I see many people nowadays, especially young generation, do. You got so many men nowadays. So many stories I see nowadays of men. A woman reject them, they go and kill that woman. Why would you do that? That make no sense. Number one, you're going to end up going to prison for a long time because you're committing murder. And number two, you killing her, you beating her up just because she rejected you. It don't make no sense because she still said no. She still rejected you. You're not going to all of a sudden make her change her mind just because you and your feelings now, you want to go do bodily harm to her. No. And make you look weak as a man. A real man could take no. A real man can understand that rejection is part of life. That's how it is. Some people don't like you, some people are not. That's just life. And you got women nowadays to where when a man rejects them, they talk bad about that man. They would make false accusations about that man. Listen, lady, man, that man, he don't have to like you. You don't have to force him to like you. There's plenty of other people out there. There's many other men out there who'd like you for you. So why you ain't gotta talk bad about that man? You ain't gotta mock him. You ain't gotta make a false allegation just because he rejected you. That's life. Not everybody gonna like you. And make you look weak as a woman. It'll make you look like you ain't got no confidence in yourself. Being rejected is good. You know why? Because when you're rejected, it just shows that that was not for you. You should be happy that God allowed it to happen, because now you don't have to waste your time going with somebody or doing something or going with the false blessing that was not fully for you. Because if you try to force things to work, let's say you're a man and a woman reject you, and you pull out all that money to try and stunt her, say, see, I got all this money, you still gonna reject me? If that woman says yes, she's only saying yes now because you had to force her. Because she's not doing it from the heart, because now you pulling out money. Now you're changing stuff about yourself just to impress her. So now she only liking what you showing her. She only liking what you got. She not liking you as a person. So in the end, when all that stuff goes away, if you lose that money, if you lose those expensive cars, if you lose all that expensive jewelry that you flashing, she is gonna move on to another man who got that stuff, who balling, who got more money than you. You know why? Because she don't like you naturally. She was like what you had. And this is something I see a lot, especially a lot of the young generation do. Listen, man, when God got something for you, it's strictly for you. Ain't nobody could take it away. Ain't nobody could snatch it. You ain't gotta be jealous of what a person got. You ain't gotta change all these characteristics about yourself. You ain't gotta be something that you're not. You see, social media, people be online on social media creating a false image about themselves. You got people to where they post all these vacation pictures. You got people post all this money online. They posting all these expensive cars. And half the time, these people are not even doing all that. Half these people who go on vacation, they broke when they come back. Half the people are posting all these expensive cars trying to impress other people. A lot of them are broke. A lot of them are even renting those cars. They don't even fully own them. See, they're creating a false image. A false image on social media for likes and views. Not even knowing that many of those people who are liking them and all that, if they were to lose all that stuff, they would not even care about them. You want real people going to care about you. That's the type of people you want in your life. You see, me personally, I'll never force a woman to like me. Any girl who's ever rejected me, I left them alone. I went my way. Because I'm not going to force something that's not ordained by God. A person that's going to naturally like me, they going to like me for me. I ain't got to force them to say yes. I ain't got to threaten bodily harm like some of these guys do when women reject them. I ain't got to do all that. I just go about my business. Because I know that the woman who God got for me, he going to send her in his time. The friends who God got for me, he going to send me in his time. I ain't got to force people to be my friend. You don't want to be my friend, that's cool. You go your way, I go my way. That's that. I'm not going to force you to stay if you don't want to stay. That's just the type of person I am. And that's the type of mindset you guys should have. Don't force people to stay who don't want to stay. If a person don't want to be in a relationship with you no more, let them go. If a person don't want to be your friend no more, let them go. Because God going to send a replacement. He's going to send people who are going to treat you even better. That's what you guys don't understand. A lot of you people who get hurt by rejection, and when you guys get mad when that woman who you thought was for you, you woman got mad when you thought that man was for you, what do you understand? When that person said no, when that person left you, don't even worry about all that. Because what God got for you, he going to send in his time. You just got to obey him and follow his instructions. And you see, that's what many people who force things don't understand. When you really love yourself, when you got confidence about yourself, you got that mentality like, listen, anybody who want to leave me, anybody who say no is cool. Because I am confident as a person. I know that there's someone out there who's for me. There's someone out there who's going to love me for me. There's someone out there who's going to cherish me. I'm going to cherish them. When you got that mindset, you ain't even sweating when people leave you. You ain't even sweating it when you see that things don't work out in your favor. Many people get hurt because that job they thought was for them, it goes to someone else. Why even get hurt? Maybe that job would end up being too much stress. Maybe you would have been unhappy. Maybe you should be happy that God allowed you not to get that job. Maybe even God wants you to be an entrepreneur and have your own business. That's probably why so many jobs keep rejecting you. You know, you gotta look on the brighter side of things. A lot of people just look on the negative side. But nevertheless, you guys gotta stop stunting do all this stunting and trying to impress people. You guys gotta stop trying to force people to like you, force people to be in your life. Stop forcing things to work that's not ordained by God. When God got something, the Bible even makes it clear. Whom God's put together, no man separate. When God got something for you, that person ain't going nowhere. God gonna bring it to you, and he gonna come in straight for you, and it's strictly for you. God not gonna deliver your package to someone else's house. It's gonna come strictly to you. But nevertheless, always have confidence about yourself. You ain't gotta force things. You ain't gotta force things to work. You see what I'm saying? Too many young people nowadays are crashing out over nothing. Forcing people to like them. Forcing that girl to like them. For a woman force that man to like her. Stop forcing people, man. That's not natural love. Don't you guys want people who want to love you naturally? You want someone who's forced into liking you? That's really what that's really how you look at yourself. You don't look at yourself with any confidence. You ain't got no confidence or self-esteem by yourself. That's how you gonna really go out. That's the type of mentality you have. You gotta force people to like you. That's a bad mentality. You should have more confidence about yourself. You should have more dignity, man. That's crazy. That's why this stuff is missing in society. Confidence and dignity. Telling people walk around with self-esteem, man. You guys got to stop. Rebuke that in Jesus' name. Don't let no demon of self-pity. Don't let no demon of self-hatred overtake you, man. God created you to be great. He created you to be special. But it's up to you if you choose to live up to his standards, live up to his image, live up to the will that he got for you. Or you could keep going down your own path and force things to work. And when you force things to work that's not ordained by God, you end up being destroyed and hurt in the end. Which you'd rather do? I think it's the safest bet and the smartest one, I should say, is to follow God. The smartest one to do is to go after what God got for you. And don't force things that's not ordained. Because I'm going to tell you something I learned in life a while back, since I was a teenager. When something is ordained by God, no matter how much you try to force it to work, it's not going to work. You get in that relationship, if it's not ordained by God, if God didn't put you two together, it's not going to work. You get in that friendship, if God said that that's not your God ordained friend, it's not going to work. If you try to go after a job, a career that God says not for you, no matter how much you try, it's not going to work. So it's best to take heed to God's instructions and save yourself years of pain, abuse, and trauma. And just be smart and be wise.